Hey there guys, this is Malorian, and this will be covering the second day of Grotscon 2015. Now I'm doing a whole day all in one because it's going to cover two different things. And the first one here is going to be the last chance qualifier. So for this one here, it's a pretty big event, and I'm going to be going into this with Kane 1, Kane 2. I'm not going into this needing to be super serious because I've already kind of qualified for the AWI, which will be the next day, the Alberta War Machine Invitational. So I'm going to be taking my Kane 2 list, which is a pretty serious one, and then trying out this Kane 1 Sons of the Tempest. And, you know, for a tier list, it is freaking awesome. And of course, I'm not starting this day off easy because why not? I am up against Jerry, who is the leader of the Grots, and yeah, kind of a tough opponent, to say the least. Now, he is going back to his trolls now, and when I saw the two different lists, I thought that, well, you know, my Kane 2 list is okay at jamming, but I didn't really think I'd have a good chance at assassination because of how Epic Madrak will probably be dropped against me. And so I decided to go with my Kane 1 list. There's a lot more pushing, as, you know, I have a Thunderstrike if I need it, and I also have a Stormwall in there to beat up these warders if I need to. So we'll see how it goes. Alright, the scenario here is the one where there's two flags and an objective on either side. First one of 5 points win. You can dominate the close flag for 1, control the far flag for 1, dominate for 2, and destroy their objective for 1. But you can't get their flag until you destroy their objective. Like I said, mine is a tier 4 Sons of the Tempest. I'm going to be running 5 units of Gun Mages, 1 with UA, also Black 13th. I'm also going to have the Stormwall and 2 Sentinels. Those Sentinels should be on the Gun Mages, but I always forget to do it on my list. Meanwhile, for his side there, his only beast is going to be an Impaler and also a Pyro Troll. He's going to have 2 units of the Warders, 2, let's see, 2 what are they called? Fell Collars. There's also going to be the little Burrowers in the front. Hate those guys. Also the Fen Blades. And then they have their UA, I believe. And then as well, he has the Stone. And you know what, guys? This is a lot of stuff. So what I'm going to be trying to do here is going up here with Kane, shooting off for my feet, trying to take off as many of these guys as possible. And I think overall, I'm going to be going for scenario here, but I'll also try Death Clock if that works out as well. So I get to go first, and I'm really just rushing on up. I put Snipe onto the Painted Gun Mages that have the UA, and otherwise things just kind of getting up the field. His turn, his Burrowers are going to burrow. There's this bloody trench in the middle, and it's not really that bad, but he's going to be rushing up here with his Fen Blades, and otherwise the other stuff is kind of staying back. It looks like he's kind of shifting to the left, which makes me wonder if I could actually go more for the right flag in the objective, but now this is going to be my chance to go up there and try and see if I can shoot off all these Fen Blades. So that's what I do. I go up and I shoot, and I actually get pretty piss poor rolls, but between that and all the shots from the Gun Mages, I am able to take them down. Another part of this too is I really need to kill these Fell Collars, because normally his trolls have a really hard time hitting defense 15 unless they get +2. So the Stormwall's job was to go up and shoot down the one. Unfortunately, I missed the first shot, and then he toughed the second one, so man, what are you gonna do? Otherwise, to really kind of limit those Burrowers, I go and I put up the covering fire around, so the Burrowers can't really get down to me down below. Otherwise, I got Gun Mages kind of, you know, gumming him up on both sides, and then just waiting to see what he's going to be giving me. His Burrowers come up, and only one is able to get past the cover fire. Another one, he decides to try and take the shots from the covering fire, and he actually gets hit and he's toughed. But yeah, just kind of show you how this was going to work out. And then after his turn, it looks like this, and he gets really aggressive. So the Fell Collar gives a +2 on the right to hit, and they do a lot of damage. Same thing on the left. Like I said, those Fell Collars have to die. The one Fell Collar rushes over to the left side, but otherwise what happens is that he tries to do some damage from the Burrowers to the Stormwall. Doesn't really do too much, but if you look there, Madrak is pretty damn far up there. he has done a pretty good amount of damage to me. Nothing I can't really come back from. But when I looked at it, I could either go for more attrition, try and kill off what's on the right side. But, I mean, Madrak is right there. And he has 3 transfers and not a lot of his Grim Salvation he can really do. So what I'm actually thinking about is I think I can do the assassination right here. Because if I go... First off, because there's that one troll, the one guy from the Stonebear unit that's in front of Madrak, that's not completely in the trench. If I can hit him with a Thunderstrike, that'll knock down Madrak. Past that, I can kill everything around him so he can't Grim Salvation, and then Stormwall just needs to walk up and pow, 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 should be able to kill him. Now here's the problem. That spell that's going to be striking him and knocking him down costs 4. Now if I want to boost a hit, that means I can only allocate 1 to the Stormwall. And I don't really feel there's enough here to kill Madrak, especially if he might tough or something. So I'm going to try and hit this on a base 6. And if I do that, I'm going to be able to have 2 attacks, 2 focus on the Stormwall. So that's 4 attacks plus all the other shots. I think that'll be able to take Madrak down. However, when I roll the hit, it's not even a matter of trying to roll a 6. I roll a double 1. And once I see this, I know I'm in a lot of trouble. I'm going to now put everything else into just trying to gumming him up to survive and see what else I can do. So that's what I do. I also have another idea where since I focus on Stormwall anyway, that maybe he can just walk up, grab Epic Madrak, and throw him back to try and keep me safe. However, I'm just out of that range too, so yeah, I do some shots, kill a lot of burrowers, and do some jamming, but yeah. So with his stuff, he's able to kill off what's around him, especially with his feet, and then he gets the PK and he just one-shots me like no problem whatsoever. So unfortunately, the assassination didn't work out. I do believe, looking back, that it was my best shot, but hey, it failed. And it's not like I lost to some chump. Like, Jerry's a really good player. And this was, it really came down to it here. So, anyway, fast game on a turn 2. So, on this next one here, we're going to be up against Terminus. And this is a guy where, I've been telling my brother he's going to be trying to play him for a while, but he hasn't been wanting to. So, hopefully, I kind of want him to do well against me to show my brother that Terminus is good. But at the same time, I kind of like to kick his ass. Alright, I'm taking the same list because I fell do very well against Crix. He is running 3 units of Bane Knights, then a big unit of Bane Thralls. He has the Harrower on the left, I believe it's called. In the back, he also has his Winter Shadow Combine, or whatever it's called, the little 3-unit thing. But for me, I feel this would be pretty easy. I'm going to go up, I'm going to pop feet, and I'm just going to be shooting these guys to hell. Really, as long as I don't get myself within melee range of Terminus, I don't really see how I can lose this. So, otherwise, the scenario here, first to 5, you can get 1 for dominating flag, 1 for controlling a zone, 2 for dominating, but you have to destroy the objective first, which is also worth 1. So I get first turn, I go up, cast Snipe, usual stuff. So on his turn, he's just really rushing up as fast as he can. I forgot to mention that he actually has Tartarus, who's on the left there as well. So I have to kind of respect that guy. But yeah, the plan here is just to move up. And this is just going to be shooting fish in a barrel. So after the feat and all the gun mages and all the rest of it, yeah, he loses a lot of guys. Now, I did try to go with the gun mages and kill Tartarus on the left. Going with a big combined shot. Unfortunately, did not roll enough to kill him, so that's going to be unfortunate. But as you can see here, he has lost a ton of guys and really can't do that much to me. So he comes back, Tartarus kills a couple of gun mages, makes 2 more Bane Knights. They're up there on the left. Meanwhile, he's running and kind of moving to the right. He also popped his feet, and because of that, he was able to get 3 souls off of me. But with this here, I'm still not feeling this bad. What I'm going to do now is just try and keep on kill his guys, move up, hit Terminus with that Thunderstrike to move him away, then teleport up to the left, and eventually just going for a scoring on the left flag. And if Terminus ever wants to come back, well, there'll be an angry Stormwall waiting for him. So that's what I really do. I am able to kill off all of the Bane Knights that are on the left, so that's all done. Tartarus is also dead. Stormwall's over here, you know, being nice and safe away from Terminus. Just like I wanted to, I hit him with that Thunder Strike, teleported away, killed a lot of the stuff on the right as well. I could have done my little pushes as well. I was wondering if my gun mages should push Terminus even farther away, but it really wasn't even worth it. Just get up there, jam, because I really can't see what he can do. And what he does, he comes up on here, the hill, and he's actually going to spell assassinate Kane. I did not see this coming. So what this really happened with is that he used one focus to stand himself back up, came up here on the hill, had just enough room to get within range of 10 inches of Kane, hit me with 2 spells, and I mean, right there, he needed boost to the hits, need 11s. So, I mean, a little bit of bad average. He misses there. Also, with the boxes there, it wasn't really the best chance he'd kill me. But hey, it worked, and I got freaking spell assassinated by Terminus. Now, my opponent was kind of like feeling bad for me, like, oh man, this should be happening. But I just thought this was great. This is hilarious. I mean, whoever gets spell assassinated by Terminus, and if nothing else, this is the perfect time to drop out and go to the Scramble. So I had a lot of people like Tom Guan come over and be like, really? You got spell assassinated by Terminus? And I was like, yeah, that happened. Alright, so we are now on to the actual Scramble, and now I made it a little bit more serious. I changed up my list, so instead of having, in this one here, having the Sons of the Tempest, they're out, and now my other option is E. Haley double Stormwall. But in this first game, it's going to be Kane 2. So my first opponent's going to be James. He's one of the Grots, and he's running Legion and Lilith 2. And looking at this, this is a matchup I'm kind of very used to with Kane 2, and I'm just playing to get up there, jam him, and assassinate if he lets me see it. So otherwise, you can see in this list here, it's the one I've been loving with Kane 2, where I have double press gangers, double rangers, double gun mages. Then I have my Alexia and Risen. I'm running Old Rowdy, Esquire, Reinhold, Gorman, and in this one here, instead of taking Rupert, I actually have Terran. Otherwise for him, he has Lilith 2 with 3 Ravagors and a Gellius, a Terif up there, a Naga, I believe it's 2 Shepherds, maybe, I don't know, Forsaken, some stuff back there. But I mean, for a beast-wise, you can kind of see it there. And for this one here, where there's the 2 zones on either side, this is a perfect one to win by scenario. So he wins first turn. Things are really just moving up. The Ravagors try and take desperate shots, but they don't really scatter anywhere important. The Terif puts counter measures up, and or whatever it's called, counter blast, and that's really it. And so really nothing too bad. I'm in a good spot just to run up. So on my turn, the Rangers are flanking hard on either side. Press Gangers going up. I decided to put Blur up onto the Risen, and I also put True Shot up onto Kane. And otherwise, yeah, I'm just waiting around to see what he does. And I'm in this little piece of cover here, so Kane feels pretty safe at defense 21, but we'll see what happens. And so he goes pretty hard for the assassination, pops feet, and as you see here, he just did not get what he needed. He shot away the little screen of Risen I had, no problem, and then just boom, 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 going after Kane, but missing that shot time after time. And I mean, that's kind of what you'd expect, but then every single scatter was going off me as well. I mean, if nothing else, you would expect that some of these, I mean, 2 out of 6 should be a 1 or a 2 and should still hit Kane. He didn't hit anything. And so after this happened, I knew that I had this. So really what I do is, I actually got a lot of work on my press gangers. After going up and blinding his 2 beasts there on the left, I'm able to go up and shoot away the Forsaken, so it's not a problem. I'm able to charge in and kill the Angelius and also shoot the Ravagor out of the zone. That's going to mean I'm going to be controlling the left zone, also swarming on the right where I'm able to kill the Naga, kill the Terif. Like, I mean, wow, these press gangers are getting a lot of work done. Also trying to shoot down a little bit of support staff. I'm missing those. But yeah, I'm going to be at 2 control points to nothing. At his turn, he's really kind of worried about Lilith 2, so Lilith 2 kind of moves back. He does what he can to kill Alexia at least, so I don't get any more Risen or anything. But what he forgets to do is get inside the zone, so I score another 2 points. And then on my turn, I just need to come in here, score another one, and I win. So a little bit of mistake of my opponent, and he got a little bit of bad luck too. But hey, I'll take it, and there's the first win of the scramble. Second game is going to be against my probably arch nemesis, Sean. You know, it's always good to have a nemesis about the same skill level as you, and that's probably going to be Sean here with his Legion. We have always seemed to be matched up. In the very beginning, he was beating me a lot. Now I'm coming back, and it's going to be the same thing here. My Kane 2 list against his list 2, and it's a little bit different here because he's going to be running the Zuriel to really go there with the double sprays and clear me out because he's used to my jam. But we'll see if it works. And something that's going for me is we have Incursion here. So again, lots of spots that I can swarm up and try and control. But either way, he only runs double Ravagore, but that's because he has Zuriel. Also has a Bolt Thrower. He has one or maybe two Forsaken. I think it's just the one. 2 Shepherds. He also is running a Succubus. And then he also has a Feral Geist back there to try and stall scenario. 2 Deathstalkers. And I'm sure I'm forgetting something too. Oh yeah, a Shredder as well. So on his turn, because he gets first turn again, walks up, tries to take some shots. Scatters don't go his way. Zuriel is really up there to be really threatening. He's not going to be, I mean, maybe I could charge up and try and feed off Zuriel first turn, but I'll just get myself killed. So on my turn here, I just want to get up there and jam. And luckily, I believe he's gotten close enough with those Deathstalkers I can tie them up with the Rangers. So that's what I do, is I try and rush up. I'm able to tap the left Deathstalker, but the one on the right's too far back. Otherwise, Kane is staying nice and back. This one is not kill box, so I'm not going to be too worried. Or either way, I mean, this turn 1, I'm not going to kill box myself. But I put True Shot onto myself. Blur is actually up onto the left press gangers, because I have cover for Alexia anyway behind that little thing there. And yeah, just waiting to weather the storm. And the storm comes pretty hard. He hits me pretty good. And worst of all, I fail some command tests. So the Forsaken on the left actually just runs into my miss, makes me take some tests. That makes the Rangers fail their command test. And then after killing half the unit, the left press gangers also fail command. So that is really horrendous. Really, really horrendous. I really needed them to be there to jam, and I don't have that now. So that's kind of a little bit unfortunate, but otherwise, his feat didn't really do too much to me. Killed a few guys, nothing really else. So on my turn here, I decide to jam and try and get in there. So I try and run Old Rowdy to get to him, but unfortunately what he had done is he had shot me with the Bolt Thrower and knocked me back. And because of that, I couldn't actually engage Zuriel, so that's unfortunate. Otherwise, I was able to kill off the Forsaken, kill off the Deathstalkers, really get in there with a lot of Risen. One of the mistakes I made is Kane 2 is at that wall. Now, a wall seems like a really great spot, but when he has sprays, I should not be that close. So, a little bit risky here, but he is all jammed up. And the way it works here is I'm already scoring on the left flag, not the middle one, but I'm also scoring on the right flag. So I already got 2 points. So on his turn, he goes up, he tries to do the whole assassination thing with the spray, but it does not work out. He's not able to hit me. Needs some kind of higher dice to make it happen, but he misses a pincushion, really misses everything. And now Lilith is just standing there with no camp. I'm going to score again on the right flag, and now I have the choice of either winning by scenario or winning by assassination. So looking at tie breaks, I decide to go for scenario. So really all I do is pop feet, kill the Bolt Thrower, run up with the Squire to control the flag, and that's the game. So there you have it. A little bit of bad luck for my opponent. A little bit of a bad placement here for me that even set this up for him. But yeah, I'll take it, and now we're 2 wins in. So last game of the Scramble, and this one's going to be up against Darren. He's running his Trolls, and it's this whole Runes of War list. And this is a list I was really hoping not to face. But yeah, I guess it's going to have to win this one if you want to win the Scramble. So I decided to take my Kane 2 list again. I figure it was the best one to do. This scenario here, you should have seen it from the first game. But this is one with the 2 flags. You get to dominate the close one for 1, control the far one for 1, dominate for 2, and destroy the objective for 1. On his side, he has his usual Runes of War. You got Earthborn in there, you got Mulg, you also got an Axer in there, and also a Mauler. Whole bunch of those Rune Shaper guys, and then of course the Stone and stuff like that. So again, what I'm going to be planning to do here is I won the initiative, and looking at the terrain, I saw how there's the house there on the left, and I really wanted to use that to guard on that flag to make it easier to score. And then when he deployed and went all the way to the right, I thought, wow, I'm going to be going for this one first scenario for sure. So he gets first turn, of course, and he rushes on up. With his tier, he gets those extra walls up there, and that's kind of an issue, but really it's not that bad. If he wants to be defensive around a wall, I'll just kind of take it and rush up there for it. So on my turn, I'm not able to do tons of damage. I kill, I think, maybe a couple of rune shapers on the right, but otherwise, you can see I am just jamming like mad, and I have Alexia up there to try and get corpses, and otherwise, Kane 2 is there to be a little bit threatening, not making it super obvious I'm going for the left flag, hopefully, but the only spell I put out was Blur onto Alexia, just in case he's going to do something, but I think that was kind of a waste. So on his turn, he goes and starts to try and slowly whittle me down, kills a few guys here, and but doesn't really get too far up. So this is fantastic. I'm now going to be moving on to my second turn, and I'm going to be all over trying to go for a scenario here. So I'm actually just going to pop feet, shoot the objective, and then gate crash over to the flag, and that's going to have me already at 2 points. So that's what I do. I do that in jam and also kill a few more guys along the way. But really, once I did this, you could see my opponent groan. He's like, oh no. Because now it's going to be so hard for him to get to the flag. And even if he does, I can push him away. He's just in a really bad spot. So on his turn, he tries to clear things up so he can sneak an Axer up. Unfortunately for him, I was starting to make Tufts like mad. Like, I probably made Tufts like it was a 3+. It was pretty crazy, but after everything was done, he was not able to get that Axer close enough. You see the Axer there in the forest? He's about 4.5 inches away. So I'm going to score another one, and now that really is destroying its bag, because now I can just kill the Axer with Rowdy, jam things up again, and he just can't get to me. So that's what I do. Rowdy kills the Axer. I stay back and safe. Kill a few more guys. Jammy jam, jam, jam. Also blind the Earthborn just for good measure. And yeah. So on his turn, he tries to do something, but it's really obvious he just can't get to me. He actually tried sneaking one guy through. I mean, even if it got through, it wouldn't have really mattered because then I just could have killed it and got it on my turn. But then I countercharged and killed a guy, and he's like, yeah, it's over. So there you go. I win this one, and I win the scramble. So not so great during the last chance qualifier, but good to see that I was able to pull it together for the scramble. And yeah, a good set of games. So hopefully you guys like watching it, and we'll catch you later. Bye.